through with a quick discussion, and I imagine they're going to come through with some even more motivation, knowing that they've got some stuff to clean up, but there's definitely some potential.
Yeah, obviously, like MIBR were able to pull from the strat book, and I think what saved 9Z was exactly Martinez in general. Like, so many of these A-site pops caught 9Z off guard, saved by multiple clutches and incredible rounds to get them across the finish line. Will they need more of that here versus MIBR? Or maybe we can send ourselves to a third. Well, let's take this one off. Ancient now. MIBR's pick. Let's go.
See if they can start the recovery process here. Again, both of these teams looking for a spot in the finals here with the closed qualifiers for IEM Chengdu, and obviously it would be a fantastic way for either of these teams to kick off their year by locking themselves a position at an IEM. I would be such a great way to start things off, but here we have a tough pistol round start as they look to test this A site.
Yeah, we have DTT back of the site, though, faced off with 3 players, while Brennison pincering in with the rest of his team. It's an excellent execute, and the kill's not landing here for 9Z. Martinez will search for one. And now the rest of the teams are going to pile out of Temple, but right into a crossfire, and everyone gets mowed on down. Wasso Peak in a 1v4 with position noted, just completely boxed in. And MIBR looking so good on these pistol rounds, and they'll continue that.
Yeah, I've had a lot of success on these pistols, but able to start things off here on the T side with some success, collapsing into a pretty much stacked bomb site as well. There's a lot of individuals waiting for them on 9Z. Unfortunately for 9Z, some of those quick headshots just weren't landing, and that left them splitting into their position. Once numbers start to drop, so does that stack, so does that site setup. So great little split coming through from MIBR. They have no trouble getting past that. That's the start they were hoping for here on Ancient. But these second round USPs, when you're playing up against 9Z, you gotta be careful.
Let's see. Save that. Get that gun out because you're gonna need it. Wasso Peak does at least trade one back. So the pistol stack has been spotted. But now it's gonna start moving around, maybe to the other side of the map here.
No knee-jerk reactions. Really, they continue to just post up in this default, but have left a little bit towards that A side, that defaulting presence that they once had. So, 9Z, you're going to continue to batten down the hatches here and hope that you can collect even more. USPs, though, catching a jumping MAC-10 around that corner. You might get a 1-for-1, but it's going to be tough to get much past that.
Close angle. DTT does get spotted out there. Trying to stare into the wall, and Sonny will clean up the double kill. Again, these USP rounds for 9Z consistently finding some decent damage, but it's really about the capitalization in the next.
That's what it's all about. Just trying to do some exit damage. Another map that does quite a bit when it comes to the bomb radius. See what Martinez can manufacture. There might be a Galil around there if they didn't dispose of it. And there is. So there you go, Martinez. Walking away with a little bit extra bling there, and gonna go ahead and call it. Nicely done. MIBR.
Back off the spawn.
And he's getting his boots wet.
Yeah. I do like the water. Say that is, you know, out of the many gripes in CS2, it's not the greatest thing to be excited about, but I do like the water.
Is there any big fishes in this water?
I don't think there are. They would be like, you know, 3 eyes. This water is definitely not safe to drink, guys.
Buddy, still water.
Yo, in Southern
That's
California,
what you need if you're ever out in the wilderness. You got to make sure you're going with that stream flow.
I could joke about where I'm from. That's basically the LA River. What? I'm not wrong. All right. Anyhow, joking about my hometown. I'm the only. I can take shots like that. But for right now, for MIBR, a little contact walkout main, and it's worked out nicely. Empty sight in front of them right now.
call coming through here. Finding the weakness right now. Got their smokes down, and the bomb plant is successful. Matrixing those bullets, man. It flies right over his shoulder. But Martinez able to manufacture a kill right quick. At least got to bring some stability here in the 5v4 post plant.
Time's beginning to tick here, Cole, and just a single kit onto Buda. If that hits the floor, that could just be the round right there, but Martinez continues nailing shots. There's a second one, but Insani adds another to the tally. Smoke onto the bomb. Gotta get on it quick here for Buda. He's starting to stick. Now need to get the spam in and unable to find it. DGT and Max with the coverage, and it's 90 with the retake.
Martinez just doesn't have an off button in these retakes, man. I mean, the output that he finds here, you started off the round at a 5v5 post plant. It's not easy to recover as a defense, as a CT side, but the angles that he covers for his riflers to scale, he just catches MIBR in these small detail mistakes. Maybe just a little over eager to jiggle out a corner, to peek an angle, and sometimes they're not even mistakes. He's just getting plucked out through walls or getting no-scoped by an op that instantly dismisses you before you can even fire a shot off field. This time, looking to make sure Martinez gets no shots fired right now. They're up towards the ramp already, but Buda deals with the pressure.
Really important there as well. Establishing some extra control here, but double swing in. Brennison deletes two. And Buda also so low, down to 13 HP. Is not in a great position to hold this one off. Playing the committed angle, and there you go. Just falls on low HP to save. 2 versus 4. So well has just been handed right back to them. A triple kill for Brennison. And that's going to be a bomb plant and a save for Martinez.
Potential cutoff right now. He's smoked the molly to get out of dodge. Should have been heard. And Insani is on the hunt here. Loves to be on the extremity finding these saving players. And should hear the footsteps. Martinez is going to be closed out on.
Oh my. This guy. What is he made of?
Turn around and go get the clutch real quick for us.
Yeah, you better stay close to that bomb safe. Martinez, if he had the speed, he would go for the clutch, but not going to be able to beat the bomb. So, oh, my goodness, this guy is just... Terrorists win. Unbelievable. Brennison might have a chance. Oh, Martinez did hear the footsteps.
Gosh.
Saved by the bell. MIBR up 3-1 now.
Just about escapes there, but MIBR quickly recovering. Martinez still putting up a little bit of flair right there, even in a losing effort. But Brennison, there's some of the firepower that he's able to bring to the table. Getting one kill is great, right? You expect to trade when you get double swung, but clotheslining the next guy on 1 HP is the icing on the cake right there. Really securing that round. Making sure that Buda was never getting any help there.
Excellent grenade and mid control for 9Z, really suffocating on that one. And Insani also falls down to 21. MIBR just eating the entire control here from 9Z, and it could get worse. Max does land some tags. Tons of information, tons of map control, and a man advantage for 9Z.
Any sort of effort that MIBR take in trying to establish map control is immediately punished there, so no space taken, really. They have a little bit of ground outside of this B side, sure. It's more like 9Z are beckoning them on in here. More than anything. They want to give Martinez a chance to fire away without op, so giving them a false sense of security for right now. Again, Insani starts off this round so incredibly low with spam and HE damage done. Mid control really well maintained.
Look at how forward Martinez is playing right now. Super vulnerable to a single flashbang. But there has to be one. And Safe's got it. He's about to get blinded up and destroyed. Punished on the aggressive play there. And MIBR will have a B site as a result. Main control established. I say that as DGT finds one through the wall through the smoke. And that is devastating here for MIBR. They can lose another. Exits plant is also going to be denied. And catastrophic here for MIBR. They're out of time.
They're planting the bomb, but they're planting it exposed to the pillar right there. And 9Z are capitalizing on that perfect. There is, kind of protection around the concrete, but they couldn't quite find the bomb plant there. Instead, they get plucked out through that short side smoke. And again, just a small detail there for MIBR. They very likely could have had the bomb plant if they were able to lock that in. They probably could have had the round a little bit easier, but to make sure that doesn't take place there. 9Z very diligent.
Hello there. And they keep it up with us. The pace is immense right now from 9Z. And drop falls immediately. Exit searching for a refrag, but could just get double swung instead. Pop flash right in his face. And the whole team goes down. DGT and Max. The Uruguayan combo there. And all of 9Z sent MIBR packing.
Nobody could see a thing right there. Everyone was just full white, dabbing to the flashes as they all get smoked. I mean, nothing you can do right there. Again, 9Z suffocate the control. If you're MIBR, you get led to believe that you could take some of the space towards the B side just to be met by a perfect flashbang to blow up in your face. Beautiful collapse coming through from 9Z, and that's all about what Ancient comes down to be here. That's what you need to do on your CT side, is be able to come through with multiple ideas to collapse on the offense, to collapse on the default, and back-to-back rounds they've done so.
That's a brutal way to lose this round. Look at this. 9Z might win this round without taking a single point of damage. This round just ended.
They wouldn't even have seen their opponents outside of the first player to go down. That's the only guy that saw anything, and I think he still got flashed. So if you're MIBR, you got caught by a white light, and then you were watching your teammate play the rest of the round.
Like you actually just saw the light at the end of the tunnel, gotcha, and you got transported. And look at all the X's on the map. They all virtually went down in the exact same position as well. It is wild round there from 9Z.
About as good as it gets. That's a dream round for anybody that's calling up a storm right now. If you're on the side of 9Z, if you catch the entire team fully blind and with multiple players collapsing in from mid and cave, it just doesn't get any better than that. There goes a big full gun round. What is going on here? Where are these nades going? Is that to blow up in the smoke?
Maybe blow up in the smoke and then a pop flash to follow up. It could work because players backs turn, pop flash good, and it works out for a pick. Catching DGT out in the open, and Sonny gets another. Now stepping forward, Max trying to toy with the angles here, but doesn't want to extend too far forward. Instead, it's up to Martinez, who will nail the first shot, rifle down onto the floor. Is he ready for the follow-up, though? Tucking away towards the site. Could have too many players on his plate. Misses a shot to close in, but there's a headshot. Now the op, not in time. 2v2. And Max, though, is just going to keep up the pressure. MIBR cannot breathe here.
Oh, he pushes past the smoke. Max. Barrel spotted, I think, but Exit's just going to lock in a bomb plant.
Oh, he will be able to get it in, but now armorless with the rifle to put through the smoke. Surely he goes down, and Max will do him in. I mean, an excellent attempt there from MIBR, but 9Z continue their winning way.
Again, that's MIBR always having some sort of cool idea right there. That little HE flash combo, like you mentioned, to blow up in that smoke, give him vision for Insani to work with the rifle, catches him off guard a little bit, and they might trip up there, but Martinez stabilizes again. I mean, finding the 2 kills to answer that back. Sure, he does get traded, but then you've bought enough time by playing behind that default box for Max to dive through the smoke, and just find yourself into a lead now. Is again, it might be our lean on these timeouts as much as possible.
Just simply, I do see MIBR having a bit of a way with their mid control. It kind of shows to 9Z that they're still able to figure you out. Again, they still have a playbook on this map, and that one worked out perfectly. Just a shame that Martinez doubles up and 9Z able to clutch out that 2 versus 2. But, you know, the idea is there for MIBR.
9Z don't seem too concerned with that either. Go right back to that heavy mid influence like we've seen. And now, I mean, you can see the sort of lineups here that they're going. Maybe you're going to try that play, run it back there, set up Insani once again. That similar execution. Or just wait out this early utility. They've been caught with spam and early utility damage so much. Might be the best idea going forward here is to just let 9Z coast on this mid control early round and try and take it later.
In the meantime, Max has basically gotten all this B-side control for free. MIBR is stuck in their spawn at the minute mark. So what's the
crawl forward here, it seems. Go towards the middle. Here's that waiting of utility like I had mentioned, but what a great Molotov here. It's going to throw a big wrench in their system right now.
Forcing him over to the A main side where Martinez lies in wait. Oh, but he takes out a smoke. Maybe at the worst possible moment, they take the opportunity to leap on through. Wasopik needs to double up. He does, and he gets a third as well. Now picks up the op as well. He is just going off. That's a 4K for Wasopik with 2 different weapons.
Oh my god, he can do it all, man. Shows up big time with the A1S right there, locking all those skills down, picks up the op for 1 extra. Could get the ace as well if Insani wants to gift it to him by diving around this smoke. There's Insani showing up on the screen. Buda catches him finally. A miss for Wasopik, but it doesn't have any long-term implications on this round. He could go down after time. He does, Max.
Oh no.
Gonna get that last one after time. And 9Z extending their lead even further now.
And $0 for Insani as well. And maybe just a bit of frustration here from MIBR. 4 players powered through A main. They even got the opening pick onto the offer. But they fly through the smoke right into Wasopik, and, you know, Insani can have no influence on that round. There could be something brewing here badly for MIBR. We're going to see just the Tech 9 fly forward again, and they all drop on the B lane once more.
Piece by piece just breaking apart right now. 9Z cracking through right over and over again. Collapse after collapse. So many different ways to take this space here. And again, I mean, not that unfamiliar here to see a 2v5, a 1v5 pretty early in these rounds. If you're 9Z, you've found yourself in these dominant positions early on. They're just sitting on top of the bomb here with 1 minute and 5 left. Knowing that they've got themselves a 6th round already.
Yeah, the max security prison's already in place. There's nothing to do here for MIBR. Exit will walk forward. I mean, just fortunate to be alive. Might try to steal an op away. But not a chance there. Facing down Martinez. Just leaves drop opposite side of the map. I mean, you know, it's not all said and done in terms of this half. Like, MIBR still have purchases on the way, but it really is just the tone in which 9Z are winning these rounds. Now, that's an insane shot, but nothing more than that. 6-3, but 9Z are winning these rounds with 4-5 players alive at the end of it.
That is a statement right there. Building up some fantastic economy. Finding themselves in such a strong position in these early rounds here. You finally see a little bit of a change. You see them slow things down a little bit just 2 rounds prior. I thought it was going to work out well. I mean, they got a masterful timing onto Martinez that you don't get every day. And they have individuals that can pull rounds back here. I mean, again, something that you can't really test this MIBR roster all that well with. But MIBR looking to punch back here. They found themselves a weakness, finally. And it's on that mid side. Or
Yeah,
B side, rather.
Already. Up towards the site, pop flash perfect, and Buda has no chance on this one. MIBR with this little pocket strat. Able to work out. Mid-site smoke, allowing them to sneak on up easily, and Exit will not go down to the wall bangs again.
Scary plant spot right there. You could potentially go down, but 4v5, they still want to give this a try.
Ooh, and now especially Max able to take down what was the bomb planter. And 3 players kind of trapped inside of cave, now met with the smoke. This could be devastating. Safe, going to try for the reposition, met with Huaso Peak, picks up the AK. He's looking to take this one to the house as well. And spots 2 more players, but need to get on that bomb as soon as possible. And, well, the realization is there. DGT is just going to try and take him down on the back end. He almost does. Bredesen should go down, but MIBR get the round.
Janus gets out with his op as well, but again, MIBR just, they want to get some rounds on the board here. And finding rounds where you have an open B bomb site, like you said, that little pocket strat that they bring out, a little pop flash in towards that cave side of things here. It's something we've seen work once before, but then they got spammed out by quick rotations. This time 9Z were in no position to rotate in time, so good to see some coordination there. We are able to recover in a close fight situation. And Sunny burning in the flames here will sacrifice some of his HP for an entry onto DGT. That's phenomenal stuff.
Exceptional. And Huaso Peak unable to trade. And finally, MIBR starting to find their footing here in terms of that mid control. Like, they might have 9Z's number, but is it a little too late in the half?
That's a question here. Found themselves a position where they can start to stabilize on this T side here. How much can they take away here throughout the remainder of this half? They still have to chew through this purchase.
Oh boy. The swing, it's perfect from Insani. The complete read into Martinez's position. Not a chance to shoot back on that one. And now a simple walkout of cave should just be in order. Still being very patient about this one. Or MIBR. But 9Z will not challenge, and instead, the deficit's now just only 1.
Smart idea to save here. They will facilitate what will be a decent purchase still in this next round. Martinez has enough to buy an op potentially. What an entry coming through from Insani. Make it a double as well. The one towards the middle, diving through his a smoke that he's thrown. I mean, sometimes can be a passive player, but probably putting a little priority on himself to force these players off towards mid. Over and over, we see that MIBR haven't had great answers to how this mid control has been taken by 9Z. Well, smoking a molly, flying into the action here. That could be the way that you start to secure some pressure there in a position that you haven't been able to take too much, and then following that up with another onto an Martinez like that's just a step too far right there. Very impressive stuff from Insani.
Yeah, I mean, also gotta commend the playbook again from MIBR as well. It's just giving them these kind of auto win rounds where they don't really have to, you know, frag like a beast. Even then, with like Martinez hitting the one shot, there's some players around the corner just ready to trade him. And now, they're gonna try straight B play, but this time on inbound, it's 2 rifles, full automatic, and then Martinez picks up the slack as well. MIBR gets shut down at the door. They try to test this B site again, but Z, this time around, are completely prepared.
Yeah, I mean, again, MIBR, one too many times to find themselves onto an open B bomb site. So 9Z reinforce it with way more numbers than in the past. And find themselves very likely onto a 7th round here, unless Exit can say much more about it.
Yeah, and remember, this is with MIBR picking up the pistol round too, so a really solid CT side, considering the adversity for 9Z. Obviously, Exit, you know, weirdly enough, that bomb is available for pickup, but, you know, you'd have to theoretically be swinging into an AWP. 30 seconds, though, and there's no AWP on site, so he'll pick up the bomb. Now spotted, though, and Martinez here to close this one off, to walk forward in the angle, but still lands damage. And I think that's just simply enough. He'll walk out towards middle, into the jaws of Huaso Peak. 7-5 here for 9Z. A really good CT side half. Can they translate that, though, for a 2-0? And so 7-5 here. 9Z with the potential 2-0 over MIBR looming, even on their opponent's map pick as well. They had so many dominant rounds. But again, can they translate this to the T side? Maybe the job becomes a lot more difficult. I'm fine, John McCullough, McHenry. As we have a little cave control being established. Brennison about to receive. Trying to hit the headshots on the taps. Martinez clearing out all the close angles. And now the T's rapidly approach. Brennison is going to play close range battling with the dual Berettas, and it works out for the one. Anything more will be denied by DGT. Now it's Drop's turn, though, to swing forward. And a 2-for-1. 9Z will reel.
Quickly bail, though. Over towards this A side here, which Huaso Peak has just laid claim to. Although no overextension just yet. Finally, a peek takes place there from Insani. Catches out Huaso Peak, and that probably is going to force some reroute, some different decisions here.
Yeah, Max does find the positions of two more players. Buda could have a 1v1 on his hands. Maybe get him back into the round, but Drop looking to say no to that one. Dismissed. And now Buda tossed into the 1v4, hoping for a bomb plant here. And will be able to cross, but it goes down to 6 HP to drastically reduce his chances. And Exit will take him down. MIBR keep up their pistol round success.
It's the classic right there. You get one pair of dualies, and you're like, okay, finally we got the raid boss. And then you turn the corner again, and there's another pair of dualies right there waiting for you. It is so frustrating, but it's so effective on the CG side, especially on a map like Ancient, where you can take a lot of those close-range duels. And MIBR again have their chance to try things up with this consistent pistol success. That is one thing all day that they have had in their back pocket.
Oh, but a good flashbang thrown on through, but nothing more than that to be said. Nice flash. 4 players charge through a smoke. They all go down, and then the caboose falls off as well. So, quickly like that, 7-0. 9Z ain't keeping us waiting.
That's that tied scoreline before the first gun round rolls on. Out of the gates, we'll see if 9Z can put up a fight here on the T side as well. So much success in that first half, so they know their protocols. They got them down to a T. And they execute upon them here. Fast towards this B side. Just for Martinez, though. He's the one taking that space. He doesn't have an op, but can still make some rifle work happen.
Yeah, this is consistent mid-sight smoke being dropped in as well. And Martinez almost finds the entry. But instead, it's Insani in middle who drops Max. Trying to make a play through the smoke. So 9Z fall on the opener again.
So much damage to this T side as well. Look at the low HP bars for Buda. DGT, you got damage down.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Martinez eventually finds his opener, just a little bit delayed, a little bit late. What is going on, though, right now in MIBR's game plan here? Completely evacuating the B side of the map. I mean, there is nobody rotating at all here. No pressure to be put in this position in. With these players being so low, you can kind of afford a retake, but I mean, once you get to space, you kind of want to get these players back where they need to be.
Yeah, and well, they kind of do get a lot of the space. The jump spot's in middle. Sees that it's clear. Now 25 seconds, and the smokes begin to rain on through as 9Z onto the site. 15 seconds remaining. Oh, this could go down to... There's going to be a nade to the smoke here. Drop going to underhand that. Martinez could be in some trouble on the bomb plant, but instead will just hold his line, but can't cover for his teammates there. Safe with a double there on the MP9, and that's going to be an easy retake for the bit of a bonus from MIBR, and they'll take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, investing those mid resources and the fashion in which they did it provides so much comfort. MIBR going clear that middle side of things, and 9Z are still kind of defaulting around. They're still trying to work this map control, and in doing so, they let MIBR get comfortable towards middle and therefore get comfortable towards that B bomb site in time. And so everyone's there close by the HE through the smoke. I think it was a little risky, but again, gets the job done.
I think the low HP bar is definitely helping there.
Right, yeah, and that's what I was thinking the HE would be used for, but again, I don't know how certain they were of how much damage they've done. We get a little half buy here. DGT going for the rifle. You know he's good for a nice entry or two, which can make these rounds all the more scary.
Yeah, he's going to start marauding with a teammate. Maybe he can trade out Buda if it comes down to it. You can see how the meta on Ancient has developed a little bit. There's this mid-site smoke that keeps dropping in over on that B site. And it makes things really annoying for the defenders, potentially. And now the full-blown right-left smokes. No one's actually home on the site. So flashbang in should just allow for easy access, bar some smoke spam.
Playing in it Retake here up against these pistols. Can let the distance close here quite a bit. They HE the smoke, trying to blow it open there. Get vision on these players and start to land some kills.
There, loses one back though from DGT, and now the smoke is faded. Who does that favor? Duels begin to open up. Max inside of the smoke with the Tech 9, trying to dodge out between the bullets. Now charging through, and Sonny has a player right behind him, but it's exit to cover. 2 versus 2, but a headshot from Buda. That is massive. There's another from the Tech 9 too. Flying through the smoke, Martinez will get it in as well, and a half five for 9Z.
Martinez does it again, man. The impact that he delivers late in these rounds. Post plans on the T side, doesn't matter on the CT side. He can do it all. And with the Tech 9 quickly dispatching of the last 3 players right there, finding those quick kills. And putting 9Z right back in the driver's seat. Again, these sort of half-buys are so threatening, especially when you give that level of space that MIBR did. They played for the retake. They had the utility to get it done, but weren't able to make it happen there. That's so frustrating for MIBR.
Martinez charging forward now. He's just feeling it. The wind in his sails. And Brennison almost goes down. Just a wall bang is all he'll take. Max is constantly playing around this smoke. Oh, he's going to get right into again. Exit with the spam. And down he goes. Just a dink.
Yeah. Surprised out of the round right there. Before he can flash his way through it, get spammed down. Great stuff from Exit to start things off like that. Again, this mid control heavily influenced from MIBR. Able to maintain that space there. Pretty healthy. Drop with only a P250. Does have a lot of utility though, at least, and that's going to help out in this B site defense.
So that smoke will bloom. Oh, but Brennison and these wall bangs has not been having a fun time. Buda with the swing. Oh, the timing is abysmal for drop. Safe though will double up to save his team. But now really feeling the pressure from the remainder of 9Z. This should be a bomb plant.
Bomb plant at least here, but Safe doing such a good job of staying alive right now. Still able to influence this round here. Meanwhile, Martinez with an op and a post plant. Not the man you want to click tab and see if you're on the side of MIBR.
He even gets to post up in towards CT spawn. While Huaso Peak starts to listen for his opponents. Martinez with an exceptional angle. These positions basically isolated now. Huaso Peak will lose out on that fight. And now Martinez in some trouble and misses the shot as well to back it up. A time. Lucky that Insani was the player with the kit. It goes down to the final seconds, but MIBR with the retake.
Huge sigh of relief right there. Like you said, Insani has a kit. They will maintain their composure here as a pause gets called out. I mean, that round I felt like couldn't have gone any better for 9Z, and some of the timing, finding a big entry right there onto Brennison. I mean, Exit, sure, he does find the opening pick, but the stuff that they did to pull that back, it was all right. They just missed a crucial trade. If they trade out Safe, you could be talking about a save round for MIBR, and it's curtains. But that's that sort of experience that Safe brings to the table here. He's going to keep his team in this one safe and sound for now, and see if they can keep that rolling.
Yeah, still wanting to put on the pressure there, not focused on the reposition, but focused on the frag itself. And I mean, honestly, Safe's rifling this series has probably been the more impactful than his opping. So keeping his team in it, holding on to the lead and trying to force that third map off of the scare from 9Z, but still more ground to cover. Still more pressure from 9Z.
Absolutely. Constantly looking to topple this MIBR team to wait for the flash to collapse here in return. Tough in. Risky to even throw that right there, but DGT making sure they force them back as well. Equal exchanges here all throughout the map right now, but both teams looking for a brawl. They're looking for a duel here. Whoever's going to take that first initial fight somehow. Not too much damage exchanged so far.
So minute on the clock. And once again, we've seen this position from MIBR's perspective, but locked away in spawn. You have to pick somewhere to pop out from. And the A site is about to be under some serious threat at the moment. Smokes to the sky. And Safe in trouble. What will his position be? He sees the shadows, but now a molly at his feet as well. Gonna force him onto the angle, but still nails the shot and is actually able to back away too. That buys time for Drop to get into position, and then Safe hits a collateral through the smoke. Things go from bad to worse for 9Z, and still in the sight is Drop as well. Bomb on the floor, and tough times here for 9Z with only 15 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, near impossible to plant the bomb even, so with 10 seconds left, you're just trying to do some extra damage on your way out. There's 2 kills though, Drop to finish, making sure that there's no extra. And they don't pick up the op there. That's a decision made here by MIBR. Like you said earlier, honestly, with the rifle work from Safe, he's been super strong, so he's going to keep that up there, but a round like that can inspire a lot of confidence. Still though, 9Z not out of gas just yet. Managed to make some Mac 10s, AKs float into this round. Sure, they might be lacking some firepower, but make up for it in speed.
Another smoke play to be made from 9Z more towards middle, but Max's smoke, his cover gets broken. Over 9Z in another duel. And that molly wasn't there. You best bet he's going for the big swing. But nothing gives. But now, maybe even thinking of the smoke. Mid control on the cards though, and Sonic facing off against only a couple of Mac 10s, now has the backup of the op as well. But a molly is excellent. And Sonic can just go down straight up, and now forced to smoke himself out. A Mac 10 right next to him.
Oh my god. How do they get themselves in this position here? Max knows there's opponent waiting right on the other end of that corner, whether it's a op and AK, he doesn't know for sure. But there's a lot of players right around that corner now.
Oh, does he see the barrel? He does it. Sonny's gonna walk forward into his doom. But Brandon will come through with the trade. That's gonna prompt the execute though from 9Z, and it's just Safe off. Now smoked off. Trying to thread a bullet through this smoke. He's thinking about it. Instead, it'll be Drop to find the kill. Oh, this could be devastating. Wasabi's needs to get this bomb plant in, hoping, praying, and he'll get it with a headshot through the smoke. 3v3.
Chance here on the retake, but they're moving quickly. The smokes have just faded.
Drop maybe gonna push forward. Buda on the off angle. Will make good on it. Now a 2v2, but exit. Tap, tap, and Wasso peeks down. It's up to DGT here. In for the clutch. Fight for the first kill, but not ready for the second. Safe's rifling continues to be incredible, impeccable, and the defuse is there. MIBR gonna establish a 3-round lead.
Safety in the clutch right there for Safe. He's gonna secure another round here. He's gonna pick up an op. So able to find that in this round for MIBR and find themselves on 11 again. Tough rounds to fight for here. It comes down to the wire. It comes down to these very close situations, and right there, I mean, it's so well played from 9Z. Max is over towards the middle, clapping his hand, saying, hey, you guys are gonna have to spend all your resources trying to find 2 Mac 10s in middle, and they really make him work for it. And that leaves an open B bomb site for execution, and exit the real facilitator of making sure that that round doesn't get too far out of control, and that MIBR can stay afloat in the series.
Trying to double nade plus molly combo onto Insani, but somehow he's only down to 72 HP, still in fighting condition. And could be facing off shortly versus Max. You're thinking about the swing, the double swing, but Max absolutely prepared. Brandon sidelined immediately.
Sonny's still left in a tough spot right now as well. Does he
Pop flash.
stay or does he go? But there's that flash to execute some aggression.
And, well, he gets spotted, but no kills. Inconclusive. With a minute on the clock, Insani maybe looking for some smoke spam on the back end. But then you're gonna get punished for reloading behind the smoke. Max is just unbelievable. And Drop can't hit his spray either. It's a 2 versus 5 for MIBR.
Max is so unreasonable going for a play like that. Maximum risk right there, and he is able to find the kill. Like you said, you are never safe reloading behind a smoke. And it's going to lead to an instant save call. Because of how close these rounds have been, they have to go for these sort of moves all of a sudden.
Just maniac plays that are happening right now for 9Z. They're one of these teams that really like to take the individuals to the next level. If you see an opportunity, go for it. Max, the leader, the IGL, takes matters into his own hands. Absolutely crazy scenes there. Yeah, they're looking at him like, who are you?
I mean, that's now 2 rounds in a row where just the brazen behavior of Max has got him in a winning position. Didn't quite work out on round number 19, but on 20 he does find what he was looking for, and that's a massive amount of impact there, and punishing some of the mid pro activity and B side like cap pro activity that MIBR have really taken a liking to. Now it leads him with 2 rifles, but 3 USBs.
Oh boy. And it's not the place you want to be. Safe with the AWP smoked out of the mid house. He's out of there, bouncing, and already down a player for MIBR.
Now man advantage. Like you said, down a player. Safe. Looking for all sorts of repositions right now. He knows he needs to be a facilitator with that AWP. I think that's the big key right now. He needs to find an equalizer, find some kills that can help out these USPs to maybe have a little bit more impact. Without it, this round very well could be doomed. And right now, 9Z are kind of defaulting, waiting for that reaggression.
Yeah, they're looking for information, but MIBR aren't going to give them anything right now. They have a lot of B-side control, so might as well complete the round where, you know, generally know it's safe. Speaking of which, he just gets deleted by DGT, and that should prompt the B-side play.
The guy that loves to go nice and aggressive. DGT gonna find himself an entry. At this point, might be nice to try and save onto what you can, but that's no guarantee. Also peek. For a little bit of fun over towards that A side. But again, Op is recovered. And he should be able to get out of here. But double digits for 9Z.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. At least MIBR will be able to, you know, hold on to what they got. But 9Z have been, you know, finding some wild ways to win rounds. But that's kind of the nature of this team. They want to stay unpredictable. And so, you know, you see these crazy things happening, like, well, Max doing his thing through smokes. He will get opt down in this one, not wanting to use any guns. It'll just be Buda to go for the hunt, but Brennison will survive. That's all that matters here for MIBR, but the deficit now only 1.
1 is no big deal. Team like 9Z. Yeah, MIBR back to leaning on these timeouts. Now, fortunately, late into this game here, we are going to be seeing multiple timeouts still available for MIBR, especially if they're able to win one of these next couple rounds. You might as well chew through them, because you get an extra one in overtime. The timeouts have led to a lot of success here. And again, this is a roster has been able to place their trust, and not only the leadership, but also the coaching staff here that's been brought to the table in a bit. So we'll see if they can hold steady here and try and close out for a 3rd map.
We'll see. I mean, 9Z have been a tenacious team, continually finding unique ways to win rounds. And they do it versus MIBR. Do we need a 3rd map here? Now they're taking it easy on the default right now. Very careful approach. And they got that B lane control at least to kick it off.
Might be more willing to play a bit more passive after these last couple rounds where Max has gotten in their face. And That's the adjustment that MIBR go for off the back of that timeout. That's a little change here is that, you know, this time 9Z, they use all this utility to take space that they once had to fight tooth and nail for. They get it for free, but they're still using some of that utility. Meanwhile, the little utility that MIBR has left still can be used effectively. Multiple smokes on the B bomb site. That's so useful late into the round.
Now starting to run out of utility here. MIBR. No mollies and 2 smokes remaining in the tanks, but 30 seconds, maybe that's just enough for what they want. Safe looking for the jump spot though, and he's not going to be able to find anything. 9Z being just so annoying, such a nuisance. But now 20 seconds to make a decision here, Cole.
X has a big flank opportunity. They could split in towards his A-bomb site. They gotta go quick though now.
Oh, and they spot out Insani. Surely he gets traded here, but now running through the smoke, right into exit. There's a double kill. There's the bomb on the ground, and 9Z too much time. They're waiting and waiting for MIBR to do something, but MIBR just hold their nerve the whole round.
Well, that's the value. I mean, you mentioned it. Those 2 smokes that they had left, that was at 30 seconds. That can be so useful, and you can see the impact that those smokes did have eventually when they underhand it towards that donut position. You might know where these players are, but you still have to dive through a smoke to get to a crossfire. That's going to be near impossible to break past. And you can see the output that MIBR go for. A huge change of pace off the back of a timeout. They don't get as aggressive, and it works wonders for them. Oh my god!
What? But,
double zoom.
9Z are still in the server, and Martinez has a hell of a shot to open up this one.
I just saw the x-ray of the B plays right there, and then all of a sudden, you have Safe in the feed as well. Chewed up by Martinez, and that's a big opener.
Oh, and Bren is in. Wants a fight back. DTT. Not gonna give it to him just yet, but Martinez caught jumping up on the double boxes, and there goes 2 more back. MIBR could close out the map here despite opener. Now flying through a smoke right into the setup. MIBR, it's premeditated here. And it's 9Z who will have to see this one go to a 3rd map.
Found themselves in a tough spot here on Ancient again. MIBR, you know, despite 9Z's creativity and adaptions, MIBR have had the same case, man. They have such good game plans. They've had the good reactions. They've had the good adaptations, but maybe House of Peak's not ready to give up on this one just yet. With a nice headshot and with a player low on HP, Brenna's gonna be put on notice here. How diligent is he?
He's gonna sprint down to the bottom of middle. 30 seconds to think about this too.
He's got bomb.
But where does he go with it? Over to the A site. The drop is lying in wait. And Huaso Peak should know exactly the problem that's in front of him. An excellent play here from Drop. Just don't make yourself a target. Fake plant. Drop's not even gonna go for the swing. Kill fast enough here? I don't think so, and he has to plant in the open. MIBR will dodge a scary 2-0 to drag us to Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, again, very scary stuff from 9Z. Put up a lot of output right there on that T side. Had a lot of great adaptions. Had Martinez play it very well on some of those post plants still. But that's MIBR.